Good afternoon, students. Today I will be solving some on operating cycle. Okay. Here I have taken one question. In the question they have given for the 2 years data, raw material, work in progress, finished goods, purchase of raw material, cost of goods sold, sales, debtors and creditors. In this question they have said that we need to take 360 days for our calculation. The assumption we need to make is 360 days. If in the question they have not given 360 days, then we need to take 365 days. Because in the question they have taken 360 days, we need to take 360 days. Okay. Before I start, let me explain what is this gross operating cycle. So gross operating cycle, the formula for this is gross operating cycle equals to raw material consumption period plus work in progress conversion period plus finished goods conversion period plus receivable conversion period. Okay, raw material conversion period, work in progress conversion period, finished goods conversion period, receivable conversion period. Okay, once we calculate all these things, then we need to calculate net operating cycle. We need to calculate net operating cycle. For this, the formula goes like this: gross operating cycle minus payable defer payment. Payable defer payment. Okay. So let me take with the formulas first one by one. First we need to calculate for this is raw material holding period. Raw material holding period. Raw material holding period. So what is the formula for this? Raw material holding period equals to 360 days into stock of raw material divided by cost of raw material consumed. Cost of raw material consumed. Okay. So this is the first formula. So what is the data given in this 360 days? Stock of raw material. Here raw material for the first year. So I am calculating for the first year first. First year it is 20,000 and cost of raw material consumed. So cost of raw material, we need to take purchase of raw material. Cost of raw material means the amount which you have already paid for the purchase of raw material. Same thing will be your cost of raw material consumed. So I will be taking 96,000. Okay. This is for the first year. So for the second year. Okay. For the second year 360 into here raw material they have given 27,000 and purchase of raw material is 1,35,000. Okay. If we substitute this 360 into 20,000 divided by 96,000, you will be getting 75 days. You will be getting 75 days. And if you substitute 360 into 27,000 divided by 1,35,000, you will be getting 71.45. Okay, but we will be taking round figure 72 days here. Okay, we will be getting 72 days here. Okay, this is related to the first raw material consumption period. Raw material holding period we are done. So next, second one. What is the second thing we need to do? Raw material, work in progress holding period. Okay, I will be just wiping this. Second one is work in progress holding period. Work in progress holding period. What is the formula for this? 360 into stock of work in progress divided by cost of goods manufactured. Cost of goods manufactured. Okay. So 360 into what is the stock of work in progress for the first year? Again I am doing for the first year first. It is 14,000. Right. And for the cost of goods manufactured, that is nothing but cost of goods sold. How much they are given in the first year? For the first year, it's 1,40,000. It's 1,40,000. So if you substitute, you will be getting 36 days. You will be getting 36 days. And for the second year, Same thing, 360 into 18,000, that is here. Work in progress 18,000 divided by what is there in the cost of goods sold? Cost of goods manufactured or cost of goods sold is same, 1,80,000. If you substitute, you will be getting same 36 days. Okay. So first we are done with finished goods. Yes, raw material, finished goods. It was 75 and 72. Now we are done with work in progress. It is both are same, 36 and 36. Okay. So next I will be doing finished goods. Sorry, first we have done raw material, right? Yeah. Raw material. Yeah. Now we are doing finished goods. Finished goods holding period. Finished goods holding period. So what is the formula? 360 into stock of finished goods. Stock of finished goods divided by cost of goods sold. Cost of goods sold. So 360 days into what is the cost of finished goods? It is 21,000 divided by cost of goods sold. What is the cost of goods sold given? Same, 1,40,000. If in the question, if they have made it very clear, like cost of goods manufactured, then we need to take that. But in this question, only cost of goods sold they have given. So cost of goods sold is nothing but how much goods, because it is not mentioned clearly. So we are taking cost of goods for manufacture and cost of goods sold same. That is for the work in progress and finished goods. Okay. If you substitute this, you will be getting 54 days. Okay. This is for the first year. And now I am doing for the second year. Second year, 360 into, here they have given 24,000 divided by 1,80,000. Okay. If you substitute this, you will be getting 48 days. So we are done with raw material, work in progress, and now it was finished goods. That is 54 days and 48 days. Okay. So all these reflects in the form of days only, because we are calculating operating cycle for how many days it will take to cover that operating cycle. Okay. So we are done with finished goods holding period. So next we are going to do fourth one, debtors collection period. Debtors collection period. Okay, debtors collection period. So what is the formula for this? 360 days into debtors divided by credit sales. So in the question for the first year, 360 days into debtors. What is the debtors given here? 32,000. Yes, 32,000 is there. Credit sales is whether credit sales is given particularly? No. Only sales they are given. But they have also not given about the cash sales. So we will it is implied that, or we will conclude that whatever sales is there, it is related to the credit sales only. If in the question, if it is in the question, if they have given sales, okay, 50% of sales is credit sales, then we need to take 80 lakhs. But here in this question, they have not mentioned anything such. So entire sales can be treated as a credit sales. So what is the sales given here? 1,60,000. 1,60,000. So if you substitute this, you will be getting 72 days. Okay, for the first year. And for the second year, 360 into, what is given? Debtors 50,000. Yes, 50,000. And what is the sales given? 2 lakhs. 2 lakhs. If you substitute this, you will be getting 90 days. So the fourth one is related to the DR, that is 72 days for the first year, and for the second year it is 90 days. Okay. So next we need to do that fifth one, that is credit payment period. Creditors payment period. Creditors payment period. Okay, creditors payment period. So what is the formula? 360 days into creditors divided by credit purchase divided by credit purchase. So for the first year, I will do it here only. For the first year, 360. Creditors it is given in the question. Yes, here it is there. That is 16,000. Credit purchase is given, particularly credit purchase of raw material. So entire purchase is credit purchase. So purchase of raw material we are taking, that is 96,000. So if you substitute this 360 into 16,000 divided by 96,000, you will be getting 60 days. You will be getting 60 days. And for the second year, same formula. 360 into, what is the creditors? 18,000. And what is the purchase of raw material? 1,35,000. If you substitute this, you will be getting 48 days. How much? 48 days. So fifth one is here, that is 60 and 48. Okay. Now quick, you make a calculation of this. Okay. 5, 10, 7, 17, 17, 10, 15, 22. It's 177 days. Yes, it is 177 days. And in this 18, 198 days. So the four sums is 177 days for the first year, 198 days for the second year. Okay, so this is the sum related to the operating cycle. If you look over with this, for the raw material there is an increase of 2 or 3 days. Work in progress is same, whereas finished goods earlier it was 54 days, but now it was 48 days, and debtors it was 72 days, but now it is 90 days, and for the creditors it is 60 days and 48 days. Thank you.